Chained wasn't that bad. It was actually quite fun. I will say though, the one thing that I can complain about is that the difficulty of the quests lies entirely on the competency of your teammate. So if your teammate is as dumb as a rock, you're gonna have a bad time doing the puzzle. But if your teammate is like fucking Albert Einstein over here, you're gonna get that shit done in like no time. Now the only gripe that I have with the game in general is the Mega Token quest, where you had to press like a series of buttons. The problem is that you have 4 tries and you have to press 4 buttons in a specific order. The thing is though, each time you use up the 4 tries, it generates a different pattern, so it's completely random. It's not like you can just easily remember it each time as you go on and on. It's completely random. So we got stuck on that for like 20 minutes. Yeah, what the fuck, dude? Look, I don't know what to say about fish. You just go around and you literally go fishing, and that's about it. I don't really know what else to explain. I mean, the Mega Token quest was pretty cool in the sense that you had to actually make like a sequence of music with the fish that you caught to get the Mega Token. I thought that was cool, but for the most part, it's basically just fishing, but on Roblox. I can say that the boss fights were pretty good. Although the one main problem that I have is the reach of you, your weapon, and the zombies. Like for instance, if you got too close to the enemy and you tried shooting at them, because the enemy was so close to your gun, it actually pushed your gun out of the way and you just started shooting at like fucking nowhere, and then you started taking damage from the enemies. That was fucking annoying. I don't know why they did that, but whatever, right? I mean, if you couldn't kill the zombies, that's honestly a skill issue. Also, I really appreciate that they didn't have to make us play the actual game, because, you know, the game is really troublesome. You have to like go around and picking up supplies and constantly fixing your car. That's also really fucking annoying, and I'm so glad that they did not make us do that. The game is called Untitled Boxing Game, right? What do you think? You know, you go into the game and you start going all Rocky Balboa on other people's asses with your fists, wearing boxing gloves, am I right? Wouldn't it be really funny if the enemy for the Hunt Mega Edition held a sword and tried to shing you to your death? Yeah, it is funny, because that is what happened in a fucking boxing game. That makes no sense, but the developer said, no, it sure as hell makes sense to me. Fuck you, dude. First really good game in the Hunt. Now I know a lot of people had a lot of trouble with that, so much so that the developer said, okay fine, we get it, you're pussies, okay? How about we introduce like a co-op mode so that you can stop being a fucking crybaby? But guess what? I beat it before the co-op mode came out. Suck on that. But no, in all seriousness though, it was really fun. The story was really fun. The voice acting was good. The only thing that I really didn't like though was that adversary dude who liked to play with you. Like, even though I was looking at him at times, he would still move forward for some reason and just beat that shit out of me, which was not very nice. Oh! Who owns the beat? Your tower defense game with horrible mazes that leave you in a daze. If nonsensical gameplay is something you wish, then beat your knee and let it flop like a fish. You get to be a black guy and just be an absolute god at basketball. I mean, what more could you want? That's pretty fucking awesome. Also, just a little random tangent, but I met Kanye in Basketball Legends. The moment that I met Kanye in Basketball Legends, that's when I knew things were about to get serious, dude. Also, a lot of people complain about the difficulty. It's really not that hard. It's just a matter of timing and precision. If you just suck at timing, then well, it just sucks to be you then, isn't it? Yeah. Honestly, it was really boring. All you do is just go around the map finding food, and you just chuck it to the big guy over there who wants to become morbidly obese. Yeah, that's his #1 dream in life. Also, in the Mega Token edition, it's really bullshit because you just have to go around the map looking for like a little hexagonal button Come on, dude. Just go around the map looking for one fucking button. I'd expect more from a guy who wants to be morbidly obese. Alright, you guys, hear me out. What if we wanted to play soccer on Roblox? But get this. We make everything about soccer, okay? We get everything about soccer and make it not soccer by putting blades. Really? Also, the gameplay is really shit. If you just get like an auto clicker and just keep clicking, you'll easily win. There's really no skill involved here. It's almost as shitty as Blade Ball. These games are so simple to the point you don't really need much skill. You just get like a fucking auto clicker, and that's about it. Okay, I'm just gonna start off by saying that if you're like a new player and you've never played this game before, the time it takes for you to kill a zombie with your gun is so incredibly high, it's just more worth it to be infected first and then try infecting others, because that is so much faster. Also, don't even get me started on the fucking Mega Token quest. You had to spell out, I think, Mega Hunt, and how it worked was each player had like a different letter, but if they already died or got infected, right, then the letter would disappear and you would have to wait for the next round to do that all over again. And it was pure RNG. Like, some of the letters wouldn't even show up in some of the games. God, that was total AIDS. Just fucking shove something up my ass right now. Like, goddamn. I really love RNG.
Welcome back, donkeys. We will start by fingering this beautiful turkey. No.
What if you put TikTok and then you put it on Roblox? That's literally fucking it. I don't know what else you expected. Actually, I don't think anybody expected this, and I'm pretty sure that nobody really wanted this. This game is just like me. Nobody expected it, but yet it happened. Now this game is tier. Like God tier. This is the best game in the event, hands down. Alright? It's got a good quest, a good story, voice acting, and there's also epic parkour, epic gameplay, just epic everything. The only thing I don't like is to get the regular token, you basically just have to play the game for like a really long amount of time to get a bunch of like money and shit. That I didn't like, the whole grinding part. But the mega token though, I think it definitely made up for all of its faults. It's pretty easy. All you gotta do is survive 10 floors, and bingo bango, you get the hunt badge. As for the mega token though, I thought it was pretty creative, I will say, because the way that you find the codes and piece them together, I thought that was actually pretty fucking cool. So, props to the developers for making it not that fucking annoying, unlike some other people.
Show me if you can get far.
I don't know why people said it was hard. I honestly thought it was pretty manageable. Just so it's all about the planning. It's all about the planning ahead and making sure that you have the right resources. It's one of those games. And I really love tower defense games. And that's probably just my biases showing. But one thing that I absolutely fucking hated though was that during the middle of one of the rounds I was playing in, they fucking updated the servers. Do you know how much I wanted to squeeze my balls at the moment? Because I did. And you know how that felt? Felt pretty fucking painful and dreadful, but you know what? It's all worth it, man. It's all worth it. Because I still got it in the end, huh? Yeah, take that, you bitch. Okay, you know, all the gun shooting part, the bam, 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 all that bullshit, yeah. Pretty cool. But what I didn't expect though was that turn-based RPG section of the game when I was getting the mega token. Now, that was fucking awesome. Although there were a few moments where the game basically like soft locked me, and I thought that, you know, I was essentially fucked, and luckily some people on Discord just said, hey, just like choose an ability thing and just do that and you'll get out of that soft lock. It got pretty annoying towards the end with all the soft locks, but it was still manageable. 7 out of 10. Would probably play again. You know, The whole high school roleplay thing, I was there during the old Robloxian high school days. You know, it's all fine and dandy. What wasn't fine and dandy, though, were the clues. They felt a little bit too cryptic and just didn't really make that much sense at all. But that wasn't even the worst part. The worst part is, during the Mega Token section of the event, at one of the last sections, you were in this room, and apparently there was a gas pipe that was leaking, right? You wouldn't think to do anything with that because you'd think that that was like part of the decoration, but apparently you do something with it. And what do? In the game, there's a fart emote, so apparently you sit on a chair next to the leaking pipe, you press the fart emote, and the entire room goes boom. It fucking explodes. Man, the Bayside High School lore is crazy. Fuck you. I'm just gonna completely ignore all the bad physics and the whole flinging issue, but they brought the NPC back. You know that little guy who used to spawn the maps and did absolutely nothing for no reason at all? Well, he came back and he died again. God, man, I was so sad. Why did he have to die again? He died too young for this world, man. Stickmaster Luke, you bastard, you heartless bitch. I don't know whose idea was it in the department for the events of this game, but the idea to say, hey, shoot all the targets that are rotated at the 45 degrees angle differently from all the other targets in this one specific map. Yeah, because that makes a whole lot of sense. Yeah, screw you, man. Whatever they're on, I want some of that shit, okay? Whatever shit they're fucking on, I want some of that, okay? To be able to come up with that concept.
Kids, there's nothing more cool than being hugged by someone you like. But if someone tries to touch you in a place or in a way that makes you feel uncomfortable, that's no good.
I can't exactly judge this properly because, well, I'm not into fashion. I can barely dress myself every morning, and I'm not exactly a drag queen. And most importantly, I'm not a girl. Oh, wait a minute. Now I'm gonna be labeled as sexist. Damn it, dude. I hate it when that happens. Don't you guys hate it when you get labeled as being a sexist too? Yeah, I know, right? But if I'm talking about the difficulty of the quest itself, the boss fights are extremely easy. Like, some of them, if I'm not wrong, just involve straight up counting. Like, if you know how to count, you can easily win that shit. If you don't know how to count, you might need to go back to school. World Zero is one of those games where I can see why people would get into them, but for me it's just like not my cup of tea. From my perspective, it just looks like it was a lot of grinding and a lot of grinding and a lot of grinding. I did like the boss fight though. It was pretty well coordinated and it provided a fair share of difficulty. And the riddles actually made sense. Unlike some other games. But we ain't gonna talk about that shit. Nah, fuck that. Now, we've talked about all the other games, you know, that have saved a very special one for last. Alright, let's get into it. Alright, I'm just gonna state my biases right now. I don't like Preston. I think he's just like a really big fucking entitled cunt, and yeah. I mean, he made like a quote-unquote joke about free-to-play players, and that came across as being really assholey. Like, I don't know why he made that tweet, but hey, you know what? Game is a game, right? But enough about the creator. Let's talk about the game itself. The normal token, you know, that's perfectly fine. You go through their new event thing and you just keep clicking away. That's okay, just get an auto clicker, just keep doing it all over and over again until you get the prize. Simple. Mega token though, fucking AIDS. Completely different story, okay? Let me explain. Preston does not seem to grasp the idea of click detectors, okay? In this specific event, you need to click on a bunch of stuff, and, well, they don't even show signs that you can click on them. You'd think that, you didn't really click on anything, but actually you did, but the game tricks you into thinking that there's really nothing important to click on, or that you've never really clicked on anything. So you're just like, oh, well, there's nothing here. I guess we'll move on. Also, the whole Gunter thing, you had to click on specific symbols on the wall. How in the fuck were any of us supposed to know that we were supposed to click on the fucking symbols on the motherfucking wall? Oh, man. Oh, my God. You should have seen how Creedcraft reacted. See, the knock-knock thing at the beginning, that makes complete sense. It's a door, right? You think that you can, go in there and do something. And there's a sign that shows that you've interacted with it because there's the little pop-up that says, hey, you gotta enter this in. The other things where you gotta click on the fucking clovers and click on the symbols, no indication that you clicked on it, alright? So, you don't even know what you're doing half the time. And I have a theory that the first 100 people to get that mega token, I have a feeling that Preston called them up and said, hey, can you suck my dick? If you suck my dick and dig up my ass, I'll give you the next mega token. And that's exactly what they did. Because I know deep down, you're probably just a little bit gay. Just a little bit. But you know what? That's okay. But yeah, fuck you, Preston. And fuck you, Pet Simulator.